Most people think the right age to retire is 65. It sounds clean. It lines up with Medicare. It feels like a full career, and it leaves you with some good years to enjoy life. But here's the surprising truth. The real average retirement age in America isn't 65 at all. It's closer to 62. And new research even shows people say they'd be happiest if they retired at 63. So why is there such a big gap between what we expect, what actually happens, and what feels ideal? And more importantly, what's the smartest age to plan for? That's what we're going to discuss today. Let's start with what most people picture when they think about retirement. For decades, the number that's been planted in our heads is 65. Aside from the fact that it's when Medicare kicks in, there isn't much logic behind it. It's just become the default. For many people, 65 simply feels like the right answer. But here's the problem. Many people aren't financially ready when they finally get there. They were just coasting to 65, hoping that they would be ready when they arrived. But when they finally make it, many feel like they are farther behind in their savings and they're going to outlive their money. On top of all that, covering private health insurance before Medicare starts can easily turn into one of the largest expenses, which makes retiring early feel out of touch if you haven't prepared for it. So instead of looking for ways to bridge the gap, many people just cross their fingers and hope they can hang on until 65. But that surprising truth that I told you earlier is that the actual average retirement age in America isn't 65, it's closer to 62. For many years, studies have shown that while workers consistently expect to retire at 65, most end up leaving the workforce earlier. The 2025 Employee Benefit Research Institute Retirement Confidence Survey confirms it. Workers say they expect to retire at 65, but retirees report the actual median retirement age is 62. MassMutual's 2024 Happiness Study adds another perspective. On average, both retirees and pre-retirees say the ideal age for retirement happiness is 63. So with all these different ages floating around, the real question becomes, how do you know if you're personally ready? That's why I created the Confidence Scorecard. It's a quick self-assessment that helps you rate yourself across 3 key areas: your financial foundation today, how resilient your plan is for tomorrow, and the legacy you want your money to leave. By scoring yourself, you'll get a clear picture of where you stand and where you might want to make adjustments before you set your retirement date. You can download it for free in the link below. So with all these different ages floating around, let's answer what the smartest age to retire is, and here's my take. You should be planning to retire at 62. Even if you don't actually leave work at that age, and even if your personal ideal age is different. The reason is simple. So many people end up leaving the workforce at 62, whether they plan to or not. And the reality is, many of us don't get to choose when or why that happens. Health issues can force the decision. Downsizing or company changes can push people out. Burnout catches up with others. The bottom line is that retirement often comes earlier than expected. And sometimes it's even on your terms. 39% also reported they retired early because they saved up and could afford to. That's why planning to retire and be ready at 62 gives you options, whether you choose to keep working or need to step away. The good news is that many people are even more prepared than they think. Mortgages are often paid off or significantly lower. Kids are out of the house. Retirement accounts are as large as they have ever been. So if you're able to pull the trigger and you're ready, you have the option. Utilize the best retirement years to do things you actually want to do. Learn a new skill or hobby, travel to places you've never been, get involved with things that make you happy. So it's not only ideal from a financial perspective, but from a life perspective also. Let's take a look at what people associate with retirement. AARP did a study of adults over 50 in 2023. And the top answers weren't financial at all. 74% said they want more time with family. 73% said they want more time with hobbies. And another 73% simply said having more leisure. 63% were looking forward to fewer obligations, and 62% said they wanted to focus more on their health. Here's a surprising stat, though, from this. Most non-retired adults plan to work during traditional retirement years, and AARP also reported that 23% of working adults said they never plan to retire. And for the record, I don't know if I fully believe that. Never retire? Did they only poll Warren Buffett, who finally stepped down as CEO at age 94 this past year? And by the way, didn't even fully retire because he still sits on the board of Berkshire Hathaway? I don't know. But 32% said they will retire, but will work during retirement. And that does fall in line with what I'm hearing from people that are reaching out to me. People want to retire differently than their parents did. And they want to pursue passions, even if it means work. They just don't like the pressure that a regular career puts on them, which is why I always talk about optionality on this channel. If you own optionality, you own your time. And time is the most precious resource we have. So if we're saying that 62 is the right time to retire, let's talk about an action plan together. About a year out, calculate your Social Security benefit and test your retirement budget to see if it holds up. Make sure you've thought through how to secure health insurance to cover the Medicare gap years and take advantage of your last year of work to max out retirement contributions. Try and have multiple accounts ready. Pre-tax, Roth, HSA, and the most flexible account there is, a taxable investment account. Tackle any remaining high-interest debt so it doesn't follow you into retirement, and focus on building social connections outside of work. It also helps to create a daily routine so you won't feel lost once the structure of a job is gone. Finally, map out your own income streams. Know which accounts you'll tap into first and how taxes will affect them. Even if you decide not to retire at 62, having everything in place gives you the flexibility to make the choice on your own terms. At 62, retirement isn't just about the numbers. It's equally about how ready you are emotionally. Ask yourself if too much of your identity is tied to work, and whether you have hobbies and passions to pursue, and if your social life extends beyond the office. Consider whether you'll enjoy the freedom of unstructured time or struggle with the routine. Many people face retirement depression when they step away without a sense of purpose. But the upside is at this age, you're still young enough to redefine yourself. Whether that means starting something new, giving back through volunteering, or simply spending more time with your family and loved ones. So what's the smartest age to retire? There isn't a one-size-fits-all number, but if you aim to be ready at 62, you put yourself in the best possible position. You'll have the flexibility to retire if life pushes you there, or the freedom to keep working if that's what you want. At the end of the day, retirement is more than just money. It's about creating choices, protecting your time, and building a life you're excited to step into. If you'd like help putting your plan together, I invite you to book a meeting with me. We'll walk through your numbers, talk about retirement strategies, and make sure you're ready when the time comes. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.